Hey from YouTube, this is Rob speaking with another 12 Days of Anime video. And so for this video, we are obviously going to talk about Darling in the Franxx. So some people are kind of mixed about this. Some people liked it, some people did not, especially because of the ending. Personally, I did not like the ending myself, but besides the ending, I did enjoy Darling in the Franxx. It was one of the best animes of the season, and so I want to talk about this. I want to talk about why it was so great, why I thought it was so great, and just share my opinion with you guys. So basically, this anime, if you have not seen, it's pretty much a mecha series. Like it's pretty much a mecha, and that's another genre I'm trying to get into too, mecha. It's pretty much a mecha with teenagers in robot suits, and the main two characters are Hiro and Zero Two. And these two, they have a really great relationship. Like I can see why people ship these two together. You know, they're a really good anime couple. It's another anime couple that I enjoy, like probably one of the top 5, up there with Rurouni Kenshin and Toradora. But this couple works out pretty well because they've been. I mean, I don't want to spoil it too much, but if you watch the 13th episode with the flashback on when they really first meet, that's when you feel for their relationship, and because of that, it's one of my favorite. It's one of my favorite backstories of an anime, like one of the best backstories of an anime. If you like One Piece with its sad backstories, and the same goes for Ruby with Osmond and all that, you're gonna like this as well. You're gonna love this backstory though. It's sad, but it's very enjoyable. And another thing about this is I like the mystery with some of the government and stuff. I like how the government is, even though it's kind of shady and stuff. I mean, the main antagonists of this series, they're not really the best, but I still like how the series, I like how there's some corruption in the government as they find out more corrupt things, because they do a lot of evil shit in the government. And the Dr. Franxx, though, the doctor of this show, like, he is just... I actually like his character, though. I actually like his character. Even though he's a crazy, mad scientist, he's actually a character that I feel for. I don't know if I mentioned this before, but I don't usually get into mecha that much. Like, I don't usually watch mecha, but this one does it pretty well. And with Netflix, doing Evangelion, I'm gonna watch that next, even though some people are kind of mixed about that as well. So yeah, I'm gonna be getting to the mecha genre pretty soon. So and Genlock too. Genlock. If you've been watching my Genlock videos on with Rooster Teeth doing another anime with a mecha, that's the one I'm gonna be watching pretty soon next month, which I cannot believe. This one really got me into mecha, similar to how Toradora got me into slice of life. And that's why this is one of the animes that I had to talk about in my 12 Days of Anime. Another anime that I have to talk about in my 12 Days of Anime is My Hero Academia Season 3. And if you guys have been watching my past videos, like if you've been watching the couple videos that I talked about the movie, like you're gonna know that how much I love My Hero Academia. You guys know how much I love My Hero Academia. Like Season 3 just does things very well when it comes to Revelations. That fight though between One for All, no, All for One, I'm sorry, All for One and All Might, that fight was intense. But not only that, but we also look back at what All Might was like before he inherited One for All with his predecessor, and we also get some hints, like some more theories are being built up, like with Todoroki. Like I don't want to get into that either, but we also get the exams, and we also get Bakugo is also getting suspicious of Deku as to why he is becoming so strong, as to why he is competing with him, how he's gotten so far to UA. And for the big three though, like Mirio, he is just such an amazing character though. I love his introduction into the series, and I've always been rooting for Deku to become, the symbol of peace, the next All Might. But if Mirio takes that spot, that's okay too. I mean, that is until Deku gets that spot. Like if Deku is still young. He's still like 15 or something like that. I don't know how old he is, but Mirio, he's close to graduating, and so if he was the symbol of peace for a few years before Deku, that's okay though. I would love for him to take that spot. And really though, it's just this is pretty much why the 3rd season of My Hero Academia had to be discussed. Like this is why I had to talk about it in my 12 Days of Anime with you guys. And it's becoming one of my favorite animes right now. Like it might become one of my favorite animes, along with One Piece, with Ruby, with Fullmetal Alchemist, with Yu Yu Hakusho, with Fairy Tail. Though I did say those are my top 5, but My Hero Academia might squeeze in, and then one of the animes might have to come. It might be the top 6. As soon as Season 3 ends, you're already excited for Season 4. Another anime that I have to talk about, well, this is technically not an anime series, but it's an OVA based off of anime. Like, it's 2 OVAs, actually. And they are, of course, the two OVAs for Yu Yu Hakusho. The two OVAs that came out last month, I think, or was it 2 months ago? Something like that. But they just came out, and man, though, I finally get a chance to talk about these, because I didn't really get a chance to talk about this that much, because there was just so much other stuff going on. And with the 12 Days of Anime, going on right now, I thought, like, the OVA would be something good to talk about, because I love Yu Yu Hakusho, It's my favorite anime from the 90s, so basically in the first OVA, it focuses on Hiei and Kurama, how they first met, and they're both equal, of course, and we all know the reason why Hiei never really went up against Kurama was because he sees him as an equal, and he sees him useful in the future, so he's just like, I'll save him for later. When we first see him, in the beginning of the series, they're already working with each other, so it was nice to see where the relationship began. And then we have the second OVA, which is with them one last time working together, because this OVA takes place like right before the ending, like the finale of Yu Yu Hakusho. Basically, all four of them work together. Yusuke, Hiei, Kurama, Kuwabara, they all work together to take down some hostage bombing situation, and of course, they succeed. And it was nice seeing all four of these characters interact with each other again for one last time. We didn't really see them work together by the end of the series. Like, after the whole situation with Sensui, I think that's his name, with the whole black tape thing and everything, that was the last time they ever worked together. And then after that, they're on their separate ways for the second tournament, with the 4 kings. No, it's the 3 kings, sorry. The 3 kings. And then after that, they meet up one last time, but it's just more for downtime. Like, we don't really get to see them take on one last mission until this. And it was nice seeing that, though. I love seeing all 4 of them work together. It reminds me how much I love Yu Yu Hakusho, though. It just reminds me so much. And the interaction, the last interaction we get from Yusuke and Genkai, like, this feels so much like a finale. This feels so much like an ending. Like, just seeing these 2 characters, because it reminds me so much on how Genkai is much like a grandmother to Yusuke, like, how much she's been there for him, even though Genkai's been grouchy and grumpy around him. Yusuke always appreciates her, even though he fights back a bit. He appreciates her. Now with these 2 OVAs and the entire anime series, now we can say that Yu Yu Hakusho is complete. Like, now anime fans of Yu Yu Hakusho can just, can relax and finally enjoy Yu Yu Hakusho as a complete series. And because of this, I had to talk about the stuff with Yu Yu Hakusho, the OVAs. I had to talk about it, though. It's Yu Yu Hakusho. Plus, another thing that got to me, though, before I end this, Kurama with short hair, though. Like, that must have been weird. Like, how did he grow that much hair in under a year? I always wonder that, though. That's another burning question I have. And that's all I have to say. Merry 12 Days of Anime. I'm Rob A, and may the anime force be with you.